TARDIS again. Okay, what was I doing? Let's go back to core. No, use it all up. Okay. Okay, now, where was I? Yeah, this is going poorly. It's a good thing I'm actually recording it this time. I don't know what Amazon's deal is. Well, it's Saturday night. That might be one thing, but yeah. Hey everyone, I'm Cerulean Canine. Let's play some Cerulean Crescent. Let me get my stuff started over here. Okay. So, this is actually my second attempt to record this chapter after a failure last week. Haven't been streaming much just because I've been so tired after work. But it's Saturday night, and I did not work today, and we are here to do a thing. Let's play some games. Everything on this floor should be dead, or for some, dead again. We just got into the workshop. It's pretty great. It's hard work just clearing out the wandering fodder on each floor. I can scarcely imagine how it would be if Lindros hadn't disabled the boards. I can. We'd all be dead. Keep up the good work, Mr. Humble. Any luck on finding whatever you need for Crinia? It would be less of a headache if we had an exact answer. In our travels, Tower and I found a good deal of scrambled texts and speculation, but nothing concrete. We have a long list of possibilities that we must narrow down. It would make it easier if there was a box labeled the cure, though. We did not come all this way for nothing. Have the crew take a well-deserved rest. Tower and I will explore some more. Go ahead, then. I don't imagine much can stand up to you two. We have no time to waste. Let's go, Tower. Don't do anything stupid in the meantime. Thanks for letting him split. Tinkering with this device here would have been a pain with that fossil looking over my shoulder. Now, if this doesn't fall under something stupid, what is it? From this inscription, it should be a vat in which these friendly creatures spawned from. It's not active, is it? I would have liked to have been informed of this beforehand. Of course not. These inscriptions contain detailed methods of controlling them. I can finally prove these things are merely biological golems, putting to rest a ridiculous notion they are divine will. I hope your grasp on the language is perfect. Last thing we need is for it to put out angry skeletons. It was the only thing I studied in Okal. I will be just fine. If you're so sure, my lance is ready just in case. We made our monster at the end of episode 3. We're good. Lindros, congrats on a new pet and all, but does everyone hear that? Must be some stragglers. I'm very confident I've ensured nothing serious wakes up. Tower and Oriana have got it then. It's a very loud roar for just some stragglers. Sorry, Lind, I'm with Mince on this one. It's getting louder. There's no way. Everyone, get into position. Something is coming. Lindy, run! Have your knees turned to stone? Flee before it snaps out of it. How long did that thing be stunned for? Not long at all. Ridiculous that the totem exploded after one concentrated blast. The last one of these required half the sect on the Crescent to take it down. We are not beating it in a fair fight. Yes, we are! Too close. Tower, you're a lifesaver. The floor was clear, wasn't it? Looks like your ward breaking wasn't as good as you thought, since we must have tripped something that woke this up. There's no need for that, Tower. We are bound to run into something dangerous eventually. I'm aware. I suggest coming up with a plan of action and fast. This door won't hold and there is no more totem to burn. Lindros, got anything else around an information bank of yours? I'm not a miracle worker. Your only choice is to go deeper. Pray the workshop has something else. Oh, what? We're going to go down and just hope for the best? If you have a better idea, I'd like to hear it. Better enemies we can kill than an enemy we can't. That room below us looks more guarded than the rest. If there's something, it's there. I see it. The way looks to be blocked by some barriers. Those aren't natural barriers. They require spellcasters to maintain, likely in this room. Those guys, 4 torchbearers. Got it. So kill spellcasters holding the barriers, open the room, and hopefully profit. We're betting on a magical solution saving the day. Even if it doesn't, we're putting more distance between ourselves and Big Teeth. I suppose desperate situations call for some awful plans. Alright, so... let's see, are these good guys I'm bringing in? Yes. This all looks correct to me. So yeah, Cholon... Krinia is out, Cholon is in. And Kaladvulk is required for this map, even if I don't really plan on using him. Alright, Kaladvulk also has the Broken Sword. That's going to be important soon. Mince has a very important job on this map that we can only leave to him. Everybody else is loaded up with as much stuff as I can. I gave Telon the Sanctuary after talking a bit with somebody in the Cerulean Crescent Discord. He can do a pretty job. He can do a pretty job. He can do a pretty good job dodge tanking if he has a Sanctuary. It turns out. And, you know, javelins are just nice. We had the pitchfork in the event that we need the pitchfork. Rohija is going to be the star of the show for killing that dragon. She has a Rondel dagger for exactly that purpose, and the steel blade for everything else. Everybody else just has stuff. I gave Francisco the morale module in case we need something. And Cholan's inventory has not really changed. Also, yeah, Mince is rocking incendiary bows now. It's pretty great. So, the map. I have everybody already arranged exactly where I want it because I actually remembered to save during my failed attempt. But yeah. Okay, so our primary targets here are these 4 torchbearers who each have a light tome, a staff. Looks like they all have weakened staffs. This one doesn't. This one has freeze. Okay. But yeah, light tomes, status staves, and the fire emblem. And this one had something else, didn't he? Yeah. Oh, this one has an envision staff that'll drop. Okay. Envision is the status Talon gets from Inner Power. It's the 50% hit and crit. Pretty rad. Alright, we've got this Mimic here that drops mana cubes. He's got some pretty nasty animatomes, but well, we'll see how it goes. And we have this guy here, the Sun Shooter, who has a super snipe. Its stats kind of speak for itself. And yeah, he is made of magic plate mail. Bigger and bulkier meat shields, it still ain't magic proof. We want Mince to kill this thing. It has to be Mince. You'll see why. Yeah, we have doggos, we have skeletons, we have defender, eternal guardians of the workshop, protecting it from possible infestations of the adventurer kind. And we have lesser keepers, again. More divine dragons, whoop-de-doo. And we have this thing here, the Tianchan, or however you pronounce that, I don't know. Unfortunately, the book is still very capable of hurting us, but yeah. It's an S-rank animatome. I think it is water element. Which is pretty rare for anima magic. Anyway. Let us proceed. Calvokir will be targeted by his fellow monsters because I'm that good. Can't say the same for the boss monsters, though. They're too smart for that. That's not going to stop it from getting counter-struck, but... it does mean he can just charge right on forward. Hopefully here is fine. I think I want to Impending Doom the Gargoyle. Get Talon a bit more power. Here, have a crocodile to the face. Let's see if I can get away with this. It looks like I can. Alright, that's the first torchbearer down. Very removed. And we're gonna have Yvette hang out here now, let's say. Not going to have Yvette do any counter killing with the crocodile. It's a waste of the crocodile. Where is Oriana? She's over there. Okay. We cannot quite reach... We cannot quite reach the forge on turn 1, but that's fine. Let's have Calvote get in here with the hammer. It's a one-shot. That's fine by me. Centaur power! Heck yeah! Alright. Oriana, what do I want you to do? Well, let's see how Talon does this guy, I guess. Actually, hang on. Okay, we're going to fair fight you. Alright, now if I plunk Talon down here, how many attack ranges is he in? A lot. Alright, so I am going to park his butt right here. Re-equip the Javelin and Inner Power. Let's Feather Fury this guy. Oh, right. Oriana doesn't, or Rokeisha doesn't even have a fancy stabber right now. Here, smite Oriana just because I can. Alright, we're probably going to have a couple of people going after Oriana. Let's make sure she has her stabber. Yeah, this is fine. Cholon. Alright, she has 11 speed, 8 defense. So she should be fine if one guy decides to bring his butt up here and attack her. Let's just make sure she has Shine equipped. Alright, I think I want Rokeisha to stay close-ish to Oriana, actually, so... We're going to be like that. Okay. Alright, now, Ellery is going to kill this guy. Get away with this. It's not a kill, but yeah, I can get away with that. Is this a kill? No. Actually, maybe I want to do something like this. I'll take a counter hit, but Marlowe gets a level out of it. That's cool. Speed is cool. It'd be nice if he had magic, but speed is cool. And he's going to park his butt here. And, okay, this guy's frozen. That's pretty cool. We're going to go like that. Just one-shot this guy outright. Asiel will summon Justice. Ellery gets a kill. Clunk. That's how it be. Alright. Sure, I can log you. Alright, we'll get some of that HP back. And Parks' butt. Not a big fan of this, but what can I do? Alright, who is in range of what here? That's a steel axe. Okay. Shove this log onto some cover. This may or may not be fine. Okay, 11 damage is kind of a lot that it's pulled off the dodge. And gets a level. That is some high hit rate. Okay, here comes somebody attacking Cholon. I thought I had her block off, but I guess not. Ooh, Marlo pulling off a dodge like a boss. The wild magic doesn't trigger on enemy phase, so... Okay, thank you for dodging that, Oriana. And she gets a kill. Ooh, okay, got someone else going after Cholon. And okay, we got folks going after Rohija too. Great. Okay. Okay, well it doesn't matter. Was that a weakened staff? It was, yeah, okay. It has the same animation as Berserk. That's why it scared me a bit. Okay, they smartly go after Rohija with the weakened staff. And here comes a dragon. This is the Keeper. Yeah, those stats are not a gimmick. This is definitely somebody you're supposed to be running away from. We could kill it now, but I'm going to wait a little bit. What does it eat down here to keep itself alive? This thing is massive. The decaying form of a creature once beautiful and majestic. It's a flying enemy. Shadow Flame, plus 10 defense and res, ignore defense, can't double. So, yeah. Whoever hits this thing is going to take 55 counter damage. Unless they use a weapon that can't be countered. Now then. How are we going to do this? Well, Chalice needs to get in there for some healing, but we can shine. Get Chol on some juice. How's my stock of coal? Oh, I have so much coal. It's fine. Yeah, I want to master this potion if I can. Okay. Alright, Steel Blade U. It's still a one-shot, so... Yeah. Steel Blade, by the way, is Rohisia's ultimate weapon. There is nothing that does more in her hands, I think. Alright, we will, yeah, we can Feather Fury you. Get Vermilion pumped up full of juice. I'm saying juice a lot tonight. I don't know why. Okay, Calavulk is in position. We don't want to engage just yet. Chalice can go heal Chowan now. Oh, there's some great stats there, Chalice. I'm real proud of you. Video game. Alright, this lower crew, the crew on this end I think has things more or less covered. So, we're gonna send... We're gonna send Telon and Francisca over here to help out with these guys. Donk. Here. Asiel can lightning that guy. She has such a stylish casting animation. Okay, before I do this, Ellery can get down there. Okay. Mince will get that guy, and then Kanto his butt down into position for Ellery to refresh him. Can Ellery get a kill without Fireball going off? Yeah. Okay. Ooh, Petrified. Excellent. Okay. Excellent. Bump. You're already weakened, but yeah. Okay, well, glad he dodged that. Means his, oh wait, his HP isn't full anymore. Shoot. Okay, that means this is going to be a little stupid, but let's javelin and get Telon topped off so he can use Sanctuary. Of course, he had a crit on the attack where I only need to deal 1 damage. Okay, that's going to hurt a lot, actually. Okay, what is your D? Let's see. If I let you... Yeah, if I let you, you're just going to go after Mince. I don't like that, but I don't know if there's anything I can do about it. Actually, okay, well, first of all, I need to Swarp. Let's see, can I get Stick Ellery in here safely? Maybe. If I manage to pull this off. Let's use the pot battle art. It has to be Ellery, by the way. Okay, no. It's going to have to be next turn then. Alright, let's just equip our bow and wait. Ellery is about to be in a lot of trouble. Okay, maybe not so much trouble, but a decent amount of trouble. Oh, wait, I needed Franziska down here. I forgot. Okay, well, we're still fine, probably. Let's Crocodile. You couldn't have done like 1 more damage, Yvette? You know what? No, we're going to Iron Bow you, and Oriana can do some kind of refresh type shenanigan. I really just want Calvult to wait here. Broken Sword deposited. I am surprised that worked. So yeah, the sword always goes straight to Ellery. That's why I wanted to move Ellery. Thankfully, my internal processing went mostly undamaged despite the attempt on my existence. The individual tower has been added to the database under the classification Savage. His eyesight isn't as good as it used to be. He was just confused. How pathetic fleshy processing is. Only at the request of my chosen will I overlook this unhinged assault. So, who are you, and what is this chosen business exactly? My introductory protocols were rudely interrupted by that Savage. I am Chosen Developmental Assistant, Model 45, but that's a stupid name, so I'd much rather you call me Cheeksing. I'm probably butchering that pronunciation, but, well, it's not like AI doesn't do the same. You, dear Chosen, have been marked by the gods as one fated for greatness. It is my duty to assist and guide such Chosen toward their destined path. I appreciate the confidence, but there is a minor issue I need to bring up. I am certain it is nothing I cannot solve. I can't swing a sword to save my life. I'm more comfortable with a lengthy stick. Really? Perhaps one of my sword-inclined comrades may benefit more from your expertise? I see how it is. You think I'm the kind of sword willing to latch onto anyone, huh? You didn't mean it that way. Fine then. I'll show you what I can do, and you'll come begging for my help. Hey, wait! It's still helping us out, so it could be a worse outcome, right? What bow do you have? Iron bow. Okay. Has to be the wind sword, huh? Fine. We'll play it your way, game. Crocodile U. Yvette gets another medal. Sick. I definitely need the strength. Alright. Crocodile isn't enough to kill you. Longbow is... it's fine. It's probably fine. Yeah, these things don't move. Spooter moves, but he's not getting through that door, so... Let's quick rain with the iron bow. Okay, hit one. And she missed. Thanks, Yvette. Alright, well, Yvette is super dead now. That's just how it is with quick rain, I guess, sometimes. Okay, yeah, Francisca needs to stay down. Alright, let's move this team around a bit. Let's get horse guy out of here. Put Mince in position. Ooh, Marlowe's actually in a really bad position. You know what? Oh wait, Asiel's movement is only 5, right? Oh wait, I know how to resolve this. No! That was a controls error. Thank you, Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. This isn't quite what I was going for, but it probably works. Now, what if I torment you? Yeah, that'll work. That'll work great. Heck yeah. Okay, more Iron Lancery. The next couple of turns, though, I'm probably going to have Ellery stick with the Funkion. Okay, what is this dog's range? It's that. I really only want Gargoyle getting in my face. So. Does this Mimic move? Let's bounce Telon off of some guy. Hey, strength and speed. Exactly what we need from you, Talon. B rank lances, also exactly what we need. Cool. It's giving us the goods. Alright, let's enter power. Okay, we don't want Mince anywhere near those dogs. I don't know who we want near those dogs. They are quite scary. Let's see, 20 attack with let's see, is there anyone in your range that isn't in the guidebook? Yes. Okay, I think either way Mince is going to get dogs. He's going to get double die dog. Oh, but you only have 10 attack. Okay. That's a little more fine. Let's send the Talon out to play. And Mince can get a clear shot off this guy and probably die next turn. That is not a double. It's not anything. You know what? No, is that what I want? I mean, I already established Mince is going to be taking a lot of hits, and this guy has absurd speed. Alright, we want to keep Mince out of that guy's range, which I guess means, yeah, he's going to be hanging out up here for a bit, huh? Sure, I guess we can make that work. Okay, now for the right side. Alright, we still don't want, we don't want Calville going anywhere near that torchbearer. Let's park him here, I guess. No, I still want to park him here, I think. Okay. So, cheat scene! He's a sword spear. Not authorized access to unit database detected. Initiate response. Screw him off. Sword Spirit, a weapon who don't need no wielder messing around in its business. These are his stats. High strength, high skill, low HP. Yeah, 55 HP, growth is low. Who'd have thunk it? He's got okay defense. And he has this for a personal skill. Devour. On a kill, gain one turn of +5 def and res, and +1 move for the entire chapter, up to +10. Wait, up to +10? Yeah, up to +10. It's pretty wild. And these are his bases. He has a penalty because he has Thunderclap equipped. I like Boom, hits res, -4 defense and res. Yeah. Got his sword techniques. Iron Wave, no need to wave back. It's 1 to 2 range, +4 defense and res. And Whirlwind, the fly-by stabbing, Canto plus. So yeah, cheat scene. Well, he has his sword techniques have 0 weight, so he's probably going to be outspeeding the couple of guys with heavier weapons. Let's see if we can't put his talents to use against this guy. Yeah. That. Oh, but we want to watch out for. Shoot, we want to watch out for that guy because he has a wing piercer. Okay. Okay, this is a little silly, but here's what I'm thinking. Okay, speed. No magic, though. Okay. Alright, Chalice gets magic and speed. Alright, Vermilion doesn't get a kill off of this enemy, but we can at least buff him up a bit. And send him all the way over here. Oh, okay. Yeah, we are keeping cheek scenes, so this works. Actually, let's Iron Wave. Yeah. You move, don't you? Yes. So I don't want Francisca going anywhere near you. That's fine. You are going to get doubled by dog. But... What's this? Looks like there's some unfinished works in this forge. I'm sure the dead won't mind if we can put them to some actual use. Another steel blade! Alright. You are probably only going to take one attack if I park you there. So this is fine. Rohija is fast enough to not need to care about dog. Everybody else, park your butts over here and wait for action. Okay, that's not great. Ow. Okay, come on, Telon. Give me a crit. Telon, you suck. Oh, pitchfork. I probably should have realized he had that. Bork. Okay, you are going to get doubled. And bonked. And now Asian leads healing. That's not great, but hey. There we go. There's a critical. Thank you, Telon. Now, everybody over here needs healing. We're going to need to get Marlowe in on our business. Oh, shoot! I didn't think the archer was going to go that way. This is such a bottom of the barrel thing to haunt. I mean, armor's not bad, but locked away in an underground ruin? Really? Oh dear. Okay, good. He dodged it. Weaken Asiel, huh? Alright. Weaken Francisca. Ugh. Alright, how are we going to do this? We are going to need some serious healing. Alright, well, first of all... Okay. Sure. Just get some measure of healing. Critical hit works, yeah. That definitely works. Okay. Alright, get Vermilion a kill off of this guy. That'll make Operation Sun Shooter a lot easier to deal with. Wait, what did Fox say? Oh, okay. Okay, I was just... barrier removed. Alright, what weapon do you have? A Rondel Dagger. Okay, we probably want to keep Talon away from you in particular, but... Oh, also keep him away from Axe Guy. There is no easy way to keep him away from Axe Guy. Alright, can I fair fight you without getting counter-killed? Yeah. You're not gonna move, right, Lesser Keeper? Yeah. This is stupid, but here we go. Okay, and I just realized Ellery doesn't have a way to get a refresh off on anybody. Not without ruining Mince's whole thing, so... Here. Oh, you got some staff experience. Incredible. Clunk. Sure, a little more incendiary bow. And Mintz is now going to canto his butt right onto that ley line. And he'll just wait there for a minute. Alright, now what do we want to do on the right side? Okay, how far can ship? Okay. Oh, that's going to kill outright. Okay. No need to wave back. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you don't have your buff ready. You will on the next turn, though. Go Yvette. All right. Strength, speed, defense. Heck yeah. I'll take it. Now what? Silly thing to do with a longbow, but there we go. Okay. This is fine. Oh wait, there's a lot of guys down there. Oops. Okay, that might have been a mistake. Okay. Whoops! Okay, we'll pretend this is alright. And you can't be crit. Why can't you be crit? Because of the fire emblem. you know what? I'll fancy stabber. Oriana gets the thing. Speed and luck. I would have liked some magic, Oriana. Barrier removed. Come on, Todd. You can't even... Oh, that's a big hit. Thank you for dodging. And we get a counter crit. That's what I like to see. Rohija not running at her best with the whole... Oh, maybe I shouldn't have pushed. Oops. Okay, ouch. And there goes Justice. It's fine, we can lose Justice. Here comes the Keeper. He's only going to get more move. He's gone from 3 to... Well, I guess it's still 3. Go away. Okay, can't really buff anybody from where Cholan's standing. Well, I guess that's not true. I could use Unhealing Spirit. Yeah, let's get this kill. Alright, give me some stats, Cholan. Magic and speed. That's all I really wanted. Alright, let's send some folks to help out here. Alright, Crocodile, you. A-rank bows, yeah! Crocodile, you. Actually, that might kill this one early. Ley line. We probably wanted to hold on to a ley line. Oops. All right. Well, Mintz hasn't used this one yet, so maybe we're fine. Fancy stabber. Alright, sure. Crocodile, you. And Spellbane, you. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to super hurt, but that should be safe after this turn. Oh, it's a lightning spell. Okay, I thought it was water. Ouch. Alright, she only took the one hit. That's fine. Alright, we got an S-rank spell. Okay. What do you have? You got a lightning spell. I might as well just Iron Sword you. Okay, what is your attack range? It's that. Alright. Okay, let's start with some Vermilion shenanigans. 5 damage. Evasion is so good. Alright, and Mintz gets the kill. Incredible symbiosis between the art of archery and the armor. Got a super snipe! I could once again fade into purposeless oblivion, but instead, fellow student of the armored bow, take upon my spirit and allow me death once more. Incredible, all this knowledge coming in. I feel like I could shoot down the sun. You have my thanks, Spirit Man. I'll sacrifice some dumplings in your name. Mintz learned bow range +1. Alright, Marlowe is stuck in place, so... Okay, what is Ellery going to do? Well, let's fair fight this guy, I guess. Alright, can Ellery reach... Yeah, with the harpoon. Alright, Torchbearer goes down. Strength, magic, luck, defense! Very cool. Barrier removed. Alright, let's turn the tables on you, Mr. Dagger Guy. Yeah, how you like that, huh? Strength! Excellent. All the stats I wanted. Okay, here comes Durg. We definitely want to lure him over to the left, but, yeah. So, these are all clear now. That is the normal way to end the chapter. We are going to do something a little bit bolder. But first, let's open this chest. Killer Lance. Nice. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's get Rohija some passive healing. It also hit Yvette. Was that a range 3? Yeah, range 3. Okay, cool. Alright, Franziska, you've barely had anything to do this whole map. You, do some of this. Alright, is it chicken time? It might be chicken time. Chicken time! Yeah. Chicken time! Come on, Vermilion, give me strength! You did not give me strength, or magic for that matter. We have to kill this thing. This is the only mana cubes that we get, I think. I might be wrong about that, but... Alright, yeah, let's kill this thing. Wait. Mimics are flying units? No? Oh, it's because it's made of wood. Yeah, that's a thing in this game. Alright, we got our mana cubes. Mince gets another level. All the stats I want. Skill is, just incidental. Mince cannot use a super snipe yet. That's probably fine. Alright, I would be a fool not to go for these bosses, but I gotta play it cool. Especially now that Telon is out of stuff. Okay, lacerate and cherish. Well, neither of you move, so... Okay. Boop. No, Ellery can't even get a Fungion kill. I'm wasting my Fungion. Okay, this dragon is still kind of a long way off. That's fine. Okay, using Cherish. And it missed. Okay, cool. I was actually expecting Lacerate, but hey. Using Cherish and missing works. I will not complain. Alright, here comes Durg again. Still only 3 move. I thought his move increased. Maybe that was a 1.0 thing. Alright, how do you like this? You like it a bit more than I thought. Here, have some of this, I guess. Okay. No magic, but I got speed. That's pretty cool. Alright, we want everyone to congregate around that ley line, but first... Yeah, I can just one-shot you with Fungion. It works for me. Okay, everybody needs to congregate around that ley line. It is going to be the core of my strategy on how to kill this thing in a fair fight, which I have already established we are doing. Alright, what turn number is it? It is turn 6. We got plenty of time before the XP cutoff starts. Who hasn't moved yet? It's okay. Okay, here comes Durg. Some more. Okay. Staff experience. I never showed off Calvin's stats, did I? These are his stats. Strength is nice. Luck is nice. So yeah, pretty typical stats for a mounted unit in this game, I guess. The skills I gave him. Let's see. Short shield, yeah. Nature rush, right. Okay. And these are his bases. So, you know, pretty solid. Sure, let's heal for a million. Okay, so yeah, Dragon is heading toward our party, which is exactly what I want. We need to get Rohija in position. We also need to get Mint in position, but not into the Keeper's attack range. We need Oriana also in position. And where's Francisca? She's all the way down there, which is not great, but we can have some folks shove her upward. Alright, here goes! Okay, moving there is not ideal, but we can make it work, I think. Okay, so here's how this is going to work. It doesn't matter whether or not we hit or do any damage. We just need to attack with Impending Doom to get Rohija some strength. Okay, Francisca. How much damage do you do with the Francisca? That is a very low chance to hit. I don't like that. But that's what we got. With the Rondel Dagger, Rohija will do that much damage and will not crit. Okay, that's not great. Okay, this is going to be a little silly, but you know, here, we got some things that can help. For example, a ley line. That didn't help at all. Shoot. Alright, well, we gotta hope that Rohija hits a couple times. Okay, first hit is a hit. Excellent, okay. Does anybody have enough HP? Like, Telon is the only one who reasonably could, I think. More Rondell Dagger. 60% to hit this time. And she missed. That's not great. Man, even with effective damage, Mince is only doing that much. I need, like, Yvette's longbow or something. She's all the way down there. Throwing pick is uncounterable, but it doesn't do anything. that doesn't do anything. Okay, so this next strat is not going to work outside of casual mode because it'll probably kill some guys. Well, let's do this thing, I guess. Oh, wait a second. What? Plus 5 damage and plus 50 hit. I think I want to get Cholon in here. Yeah, that is a terrible idea, but we really just need Cholon to be there. Attack with the Francisca. Francisca is going to get killed by this, but I don't really see an alternative here. At least it's a pretty good chance to hit now. Should have brought Cholon up here earlier. Actually, yeah, what am I doing? I can probably get away with this if I put Cholon in the right place. Okay, Cholon is going to park herself right there. Oh wait, she can crit. She just won't do any damage because of this thing's massive defense, and the Rondell Dagger doesn't crit. I get what you're doing here. Okay, yeah, so this is a 100% crit chance now, which is much nicer. It means we might actually be able to get away with this. And of course, improving her strength and speed is always nice. Francisca might actually be the one to get the kill here. Actually, it would be really funny if I could get Telon to do something here, but I don't think he can pierce this guy's defense. Yeah, I don't think he can pierce that guy's defense, even if I use Pitchfork. Okay, you need one more shove. There. Okay, so this is going to get Francisca killed, but that's a pretty hefty hit, and yeah, Rohija should be able to finish the dragon off if Francisca hits. If not, then we have problems. You could probably give Francisca the sanctuary, and it would fix things, but I didn't think to do that. I probably should have thought to do that. Rewarding worth the risk. Yeah, get out of here, Francisca. You did good. Alright. Oriana refreshes Rohija, and she goes in for the kill. Checkmate. Yeah, that better be worth a lot of XP. It's dead, right? We did it. For something that looks so spooky, that was surprisingly easy. These creatures can tear down whole towns, and we, some ragtag bunch of adventurers, were able to slay it at its full strength. Maybe Valen's spirit is watching over us. Maybe this one was the run of the lot. Whatever the reason, I'm happy about it. Let's clean up this floor. Things just keep getting better. Our luck is finally turning around. Huge discovery, Captain. Looks like you were hiding an airship down here. If you instead open the switches, the party rushes onto the airship and they use its ginormous cannon to weaken the Keeper. Then you can finish it off. Seems like it's still functioning. It's got this huge cannon on the front. I suppose we could have used it to blast that dragon thing, but we didn't need it. Doesn't look very stable. I suspect it's not going to last much longer. A huge cannon is a huge cannon. We'll have an opportunity to use it. What a beautiful creature. I'm not sure beautiful would be the word I'd use. Well, tell me you're going to try cooking this too. Who do you think I am? Someone who eats anything that used to move? You haven't convinced me otherwise. I'm sure it tastes as awful as what we ate at Rin's Tavern. I don't think it was that bad. Their porridge was pretty filling. And from now on, I won't trust a single compliment from you about my cooking. I hardly believe we could face another of these and live, considering how much it took to bring down the last one. As much as I'd love to say it was tactics and skill that won us today, it all came down to being lucky enough to find something that had hurt it. The dagger. Beautiful, isn't it? This is the fate of the bloodline blessed by the gods. Thank hell she didn't hear our conversation from earlier. Dodge an arrow there, Mince. And I think those of the bloodline used to be revered as demigods. Many of these engravings show the shape of a majestic and mighty being. I wonder if it's the demise of their divine patron that twisted their current forms. It's already unlucky to be afflicted with a curse from birth, and a sect jumped in. Tower's a good man, but the rest of them can rot. Maybe this unfortunate fellow used to be some kind of great hero, even a king. I wonder if they were trapped in their body or simply unconscious. I don't dare consider. Maybe they could make one last contribution to humanity. Is the corpse of any use? Only Ellis knows. I'm willing to try any possible lead. If you need someone to help cut something up, I'm your man. I'm glad for your help. I doubt you want to stay for this, Captain. It won't be pretty. Then I'll gladly make myself scarce and check on the others. Oriana, Captain, there's trouble. We need you now. Ooh, amazed you even managed to shove me with all this armor. Sorry, miss, this is an emergency. Is there another powerful group of monsters heading our way? Worse, Tower and Lindris look like they're going to throw down. I can't stop them. I figured this was going to happen sooner or later. Where are they? You have more important matters to deal with. It's nothing a good captain can't sort out. If you're sure, that'd be appreciated. Then let's go. You can't take this from me, Tower. Years of my work built up to this. I take no delight in this, but the knowledge of how to create these monsters must not be returned to the surface. Why do you cling so tightly to the sect's tenets? You're no longer part of them. My mistakes are irrelevant to my belief in their veracity. Yet despite your alleged faith, you too use an artifact for your own personal desires. Is it not your duty to dispose of them? I freely admit my hypocrisy, but if even I, one who served the sect for decades, would be open to such temptation, where does that put everyone else? The knowledge you carry is far deadlier than any artifact, as the tools of warlords and tyrants, not something that is used up. Should we ban fire because it can harm? Abolish mining to prevent weapons of war? We cannot decide how knowledge is used. We shouldn't be held accountable for it. Perhaps the world was a gentler place at its most simple, without fire, without iron. But let's look to the present, at the coastal warlords, at the nobles of the mainland. These are the people who have the wealth to benefit from the creation of monsters. I recognize that they would be used as instruments of war, but wars do not last. What does last is advancement. People recognize the utility of their labor, for agriculture, for limitless purposes. It's not that simple. By allowing rulers to unleash soulless automatons rather than living beings as their enforcers, you may open the world to dynasties of tyrants who can no longer be challenged by their people. Gods by other means. Thank God they haven't come to blows yet. It's only out of respect for you, Tower. I wouldn't have held back for anyone else. Do you understand the situation, Captain? Pamela filled me on the way here. You're arguing over Lindros' notes. I've destroyed the original inscriptions. These notes are all that remain. Even if you do destroy them, I can seek out more ruins. Perhaps you may find them. Perhaps they've all been lost to time. Perhaps you won't survive to make another discovery. But none of that matters to the present. Captain, you were in the royal court for years. You surely understand such knowledge getting out would only cause destruction. The sect presents an unreasonable stance on any knowledge from the old world. You remember how they fought to kill a young girl. Why follow their beliefs? Linders makes an unfair representation of the sect. Those people were fanatics, not the core of what the sect represents. Enough, I've decided. You're all the same! Obstacles to my research, to my success! Lindros, wait! You're not worthy to be called Captain. This isn't over. What you did was the right thing, but I did not wish for it to end like this. It is my fault that you've alienated two of the crew and at such a trying time. How else could it have been resolved? There were only two outcomes. Would you have backed down? No, I would have cut them down if it came to it, but it did not come to it, thankfully. If I had sided with them... You should go after them. We can't be having divides when we're in such danger. You surely recognize that. If you need to compensate them to come to an agreement, I will do all I can to help. I will do my best. What do you want? Besides a fireball to the face, because that I can give you. I have a peace offering to make. I have no need for whatever comes out of your hands. Get out of my sight. Lindy, you might want to listen to her. How about this? Are those? A good bit of sleight of hand. Sadly, the Seahawks inventory and wages accounts have been shredded and burnt. These are my notes. They're all here. I think I'm having an emotional whiplash. Did you think I would have sided with him? This youngster's gotta stick together. Captain, thank you. It saves me so much trouble. You have no idea. Sorry for putting you through that, Lindy. The captain came up with the plans we ran here and we couldn't tell you. In retrospect, he did react conveniently slowly. It could have gone so badly, but Pamela assured me that you were whipped. That was barely a struggle. It gave me all the space I needed to make the switch. For the first time, I'm supposed to be grateful for my physical ineptitude. We need to keep up the pretense of hostility a bit longer if we don't want the tower to suspect anything. Right. If you want us to remain the crew, I demand double the weekly wage and a flat amount on the spot. Conveniently, the wages account was accidentally lost in battle. Dear adventurer, it has come to my attention that you have come afoul of a certain miscreant named Ellery and her lackeys. I wish to offer you the greatest sympathy for this encounter, for I know well of your savagery and wickedness. I am writing to many such as yourself so that we can band together and end this blight upon the world. Of course, I am not coming to you empty-handed. Attached to this letter is a small amount of compensation, and I shall offer a much greater reward if you were to join us in this noble quest. Signed, Maurice. So, we're among friends here, aren't we? Lighten up a little. What's gotten everyone here? You already know the answer. We all got one of those letters. Seahawks harbor a creature that must be destroyed under Ellis's edicts. It is my duty to Ellis and the Crescent, as well as avenging my fellow disciples. I know too well what you refer to. It utterly destroyed my whole crew. I would have died trying to stop them if not for the sect's healers. And we share even more of a common purpose in the thought. What about our blindfolded friend? Vengeance. That was descriptive. We get one of those types every once in a while. You brought this up, yet you haven't disclosed anything. Just cutting to it, I'm from Albatross Point, you see. One of those Albatross pirates, I refuse to work with such scum. Don't jump to conclusions. More than just pirates live in Albatross Point. I'm just a humble bread maker. You shouldn't have assumed from appearances. I'm certain you have the look of the average baker. While the Seahawks passed there, they murdered my dear old dad and my poor son in one fell swoop. Of course the Seahawks would engage in such depravity. Wait, Albatross Point? What? If you're talking about the Elder and Dirk, wasn't that in Aberdeen? Of course the Seahawks would engage in such depravity. Ellis will treat your family well. Yeah, you don't sound at all upset about that. I was tired of my old man begging me for coins. Dirk was my least favorite son, but I got a reputation to uphold in these ways, son. I'm not a pirate, right? Didn't you notice, battered dog? Not everyone is getting along. Sorry for being late. I had no schedule. We came a long way from this. It better be worth our time. Of course, but my compensation is far more than gold. I'm sure you all recognize this. Some kind of fancy equipment or something with lunch. It's not an adventuring company to save the island from life. You fools. That's the seal of the royal family. You're saying he's some kind of prince? Doing one person who isn't a complete bumpkin. No, it means I'm working on behalf of the royal family. That means there's a lot I can do for you beyond your employment. Can you get me a transfer away from this backwater place to a church in the capital? My pull with the sect is limited, but I'm certain that is within my power. Central with the sect's tenants. I have no such ambitions. I deal in hard gold, at least 20,000. Negotiating the blood money of his father and son. How callous. I don't pretend to have higher ideals. There's a few on a different gold. I need no reward. I'm only the promise of the Seahawks' destruction. Now is no time for conflict. The reward is negotiable, and don't forget, this is on the condition that Ellery is absolutely dead. Now here's my clicker. Chapter 10. Off into the sunset. Chief Orin. The green tide is growing worse by the day. The main force of the Saltsworn is nowhere to be seen, too busy chasing shadows. The sect has deployed its military on it, and adventuring gangs have come together with the numbers of few. The Ulmzar's merchant guilds would rather hang themselves than sacrifice anything for the present safety. You do not need me to explain how a ring would be threatened if Nana is to fall. Irin's forces are needed unless we lose the entire western coast of the tide. I go. Go. I read about airships from centuries past, but flying in one? This is the dream. Look at all those monsters out there where we don't have to fight. We're also a very obvious target, probably visible to half the coast. The jolly atmosphere, we're celebrating our victory. Many warriors are felled on a joyous occasion while they are least cautious. You were going to say something to that. Oh, Oriana, is Crinia feeling better? I don't know. Tower and I can only read the ancient language so well, and even then, it was all we could find. This must be the one. It has to be. You've put so much on the line for this. Crinia seems to be sleeping well. First time in a long while, I think he's sleeping well too. Prevailed against all odds. Hell of a good feeling. So where are we actually heading? You would know if you didn't sleep through the meeting. We're heading to Tusker's Pass to resupply as we can't go to Enn. We have a bit of time to admire the scenery. It might be fitting to name this thing. It's an ill-omened sailing unnamed ship. We have nothing untearable with names. If I may suggest, how about the Sea Lion? Or. Is the band already named that? Adventurers take that seriously. Remember the battle fought over the Sea Wolf? Is the reason? Waste of life. What about the Crimson Crusade? Sounds powerful and rolls off the tongue. What are we crusading for, honey? No one's going to take us seriously with that name. I'm rejecting it. My proposed name would be the Unsinkable. A strong ship name wards off misfortune. That's begging for us to go down records for the most ironic shipping. We're not getting anywhere. I'm making an executive decision and calling it the Seahawk 2. Simple and preserves our current naming scheme. I wouldn't say I dislike it, but... Come on, Captain, you can't be that creatively bankrupt. You certainly are terrible with names. Look, no one had good suggestions. Sorry, Min's coming through. Boy, again? Please get me good news this time. Captain, we're gonna have to make an emergency landing. The ship's core is malfunctioning. We can't risk falling into the river. It's a good thing all our foes have already fallen, and we can simply take our time fixing the ship. Sometime later. I'm amazed enough of you survived the workshop to limp all the way here. I am not here to fight, but to negotiate. You must seem real desperate now you're trying to bargain instead of just killing us. We've won each battle despite your numbers. Do you think you're in a position to bargain? Arrogance will get you nowhere. I know of your reasons for entering the workshop and why the sect intervened. What I ask of you is simple. I need another with designs of my daughter. I will rip you apart. I do not intend... Here I am. First it was the sect, then it was you adventurer scum. I was powerless before, but now? Let me show you why the sect so wished for my death. Yeah. This is Krinia's real power. We're going Fire Emblem Fates, baby. Commander, what is it that? I'm not fighting that thing. I'm getting out of here. Damn it! Everyone, fall back. We'll have to regroup later. Oh goodness, Krinia! Mother, it's all right. It's me. I'm in full control. Please don't scare me like that. I thought the cure worked. It did what it was supposed to do. This is what I'm meant to be. Nothing can stop me now. I'll tear every inch of flesh from their bones. I will savor every bite. You do not need to do any of that. This is our battle. I don't need your protection. I can handle it all on my own. She would have better luck protecting us. She obliterated this Saltsworn. Don't encourage her. Krinia, wait. Alright, everyone, this is it. The scoundrels that call themselves Saltsworn have doggedly pursued us, frustrated us at every opportunity, and destroyed our ship which I paid for. Now the tides have turned. Let us finish what they started. Teach them the bloody lesson of daring to tangle with the Seahawks. Not the worst battle speech I've heard, but pretty lackluster. Let her have her. Looks like we're the first to arrive. The others better not have abandoned ship. Blaine, are your forces ready? The moment of vengeance draws closer. You're a reliable guy. No, what's this? They're fighting someone already. Inconvenient. What are the odds of that? We'll have to change tactics. Your timing was spot on. They're already in combat. This is what you called me out of retirement for? I prefer to be the few against many, not the other way around. They may not look like many, but trust me, they are tenacious. Don't be fooled. Well, I did need an excuse to flex my muscles. It's been quite a few years since I fought seriously. I was hoping they've already finished so I could just clean up. Oh well, should be a pretty easy battle regardless. The best kind. I cannot falter here. Now that I see hope for Caleb. Saltsworn, let the other foes weaken them first. We'll bide our time. Everyone should be evacuated. Where did all these people come from? Are these people insane? The green tide is about to swallow this whole area. Nothing like a good fight to the death in the face of imminent death. Hey, those faces look familiar. Ain't that the crew that passed recently? The ones you gave one of my warp staffs to? Oh, how'd you find out? Since it's something of a secret project, a secret, I check the inventory twice daily. I was going to wait until after the tide to give you an earful, but I'm moving it up early. Oh boy, I got a lot to look forward to. That's not important right now. What is important is that we help them. But we don't even know why they're fighting, and the tide is about to hit. They helped her in, so they're people worth helping in return. Man the ballista! Orin, for the love of... Well, damn. That's a lot of them. A lot. Captain, what's our plan? My favorite tactic, cut and run. What a waste of a pre-battle speech. You can quip all you want once we're dead. Pamela, what do we need to get the ship going again? The storehouses should be plenty supplied. 3 would be all we need. We'd have to wait a bit to fix. Storehouses! We just need 3 of them. Okay, everyone, listen up. There's been a minor change of plans. We'll escort the ship to be repaired, after which we'll all meet in the center of town to make a speedy escape. If you're late, I'm not waiting for you. Got it? Now let's move. Here we go! Alright, still good. Don't need Calavulk anymore. Whoops. Cholon, get your butt in here. Let's see, who else? Krinia is required, I guess. Alright, Yvette, take a break. It's sword time. And we'll take Yvette's longbow, too. Okay, what else? I'd like to start tell on well, no. No, we're going to stick with javelins. Okay, what else? Alright, not going to need a Rondel dagger anymore. Let's take an iron sword. Probably not going to need the morale module anymore either. Let's take a hand axe. Let's see. Everyone else's inventories are fine, I think. Let's see. Vermilion, do you have any accessories I could put on you for a thing? Not really. Okay. Sure. Give us swords and medicine. Meant for humans. Alright, I think this is how this is going to be. Oops! I wasn't quite ready. Oh well. We're going to make do with this. Repair the airship by waiting with it on the storehouses. Only 3 are needed to open the escape objective. Alright, so, Krinia has gone the Feral Dragon. Oh, her stats are still pretty low, but she does have Shadow Flame now. Unlimited uses this chapter only. Alright, let's take a look at our buddies. Drake Hart IV, a rogue. Founder of the Mythic Mercs, came out of retirement to hunt us down. We should be honored. Not very dashing in looks, but tends to be dashing away with your gold. He has quality liquor. Colleen. She has the Boujay. You have some Saltsorn and Elite Saltsorn. Sky Scoundrels. Corky's crew. Foreman. Some guy wants revenge for something. Do you expect me to remember each person we've killed? He has a spell cleaver. And a whole bunch of other axes. It's Corkius! We have some militia and villagers from Aberdeep. Ozzy, some random unimportant person I don't care to learn the name of. She has documents. We want to get those. Blaine! Armored up thugs who can finally afford a tiny shield designed slightly slower. Few can handle the weight. We have some disciples of Ellis. We have some villagers up here. We have Wield. He has a flame sword, and he's a dread fighter. Lovely. Alright, so what is the first storehouse we're going to go after? I think it will be this one. Alright. Actually, no, I'd like to deal with Foreman first. Okay. Alright, let's get some folks into position. Mince is right here, ready to make with the bows. Really? That's better. Sweet. I'll take it. Alright, Mince, it's time to go to town on this poor sap. Who still has a pretty good chance. Oh, you have a lot of health, actually. Oh well. Okay, this is going to kill, but it puts Sword Friend in quite a bit of danger. I don't really see a way around that. Well, we can have Chalice help out, sure. Take that. Alright. We do have an axe guy up in here, but let's get Telon over here. Switch his two javelins, and then. Oh wait, he already has inner power. Okay. No, we're gonna just let it be. Inner power again. Sure, deal with this guy. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Nobody messes with my family and gets away with it. Ah, hell. Spell Cleaver! Very cool. Sure, I can drop the mystery drink. Ooh, okay, yeah. We don't want to let this guy near the ship. But I can't do very much about it. Although... actually, we might not be in so much danger. Because we have the Storm Cannon. Solves problems. Can't double. Removed on chapter end. We might as well use it now. Get this guy out of here. Ship repairs in progress. Do not leave this turn. Alright, now how's Vermilion going to play this? Okay, Callian does not move. Good to know. Okay, sure. LCL and Rhodesia get Impending Doom. Yeah, you're Archer. Okay, now then. Brinia is going to want to be the one to deal with Helena. And she's petrified. Cool. Alright, just gotta watch out for this archer, who moves like that. Okay. I need to use up the steel blade if an iron sword will do. Wait, that wasn't the 11, was it? Feather Fury! Boom. Sure. Nightmare-made flesh. Finally you reveal your true form. Yes, I remember you. You hurt Uncle, I will hurt you. I think those fools refuse to hunt down a young girl. I am justified. Die, demon! Who's still here? Oh, Orin. Okay, so, Orin, big man with an even bigger heart. Has a lot of big goals, but doesn't quite think through how to get there. He's driving a boat, still unable to go onto land. He has infinite use ballista and physic, for this chapter only. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's nice. Alright, we gotta keep Orin out of attack range, but, well, we can send him to help with some folks. Like this. Uh-oh! Okay. Okay, we're fine. And Vermilion might get a buff again? Okay, here's how it goes some guys attacking the ship, are we? Oh, that's a problem. That is a big problem. There goes our ticket out. No ship, no hope. Yeah, that's game over. Let's see if we can't do better. Unfortunately, that means I have to do the whole turn over. But... Alright, you know what? I forgot that Orin was here, so let's go left. Oh, why? That's not enough for a kill? Fine. No axe users here. Let's just shove Talon right up in here. Take out the javelins. inner power. Let's see. Ellery can get a harpoon kill. Actually, let's warp Ellery in. Sure. Actually, this works. You know why this works? Because I can do that. Sweet. You're that evildoer, a traitor to the sect. Yes, I'm the evildoer, and not you, working with all the sorts of unsavory types, leaving the inland undefended from the green tide, all to try and kill a young woman and her family for old superstitions and personal benefit. I must be the wrongdoer in this scenario. Oh, Ellis. What do you know of my personal dealings? Nothing, but you just confirmed the personal benefit accusation. You can talk big all you want to justify your heresy, but you are still an enemy of Ellis standing against us. Enemy of the sect, perhaps, but of Ellis, different matter. Sure, this works. Actually, I think I went to... What do I want? What do I want? I don't know what I want. Alright, I would like to clear out the guys around this if we want to, send the ship there on turn 1. And I do indeed want to send the ship there on turn 1. Here, have a Funyon. Maybe a bit overkill, actually, but here, have a Funyon. I have no words for heretical scum. You got a lot of words for Chalice, but this is supposed to be easy. Documents! Sure. Hide the Funyon. We can take it back later. Ooh, what do you have? You have a rapier. Okay. Yeah, keep Mince away from that guy. Can I thunderclap? Yeah, I can one-shot you with thunderclap. Here, have this. Alright, we're gonna need to send somebody over there to deal with that. Both of my refreshers ended up down here because I started the chapter too soon. Oops. Okay, you know what? Oh, come on. Whatever. You know what? Let's sort Chalice up here. Let's see. Yeah, Mince isn't an 8. Wait, what do you even have? You have Shell. Okay. Alright, can Vermilion even reach? Yeah. He can't kill, but he can reach. Alright, I think I am just going to let the Seahawk 2 get that one kill. Not in danger from anyone else, so yeah. Boom. A storm cannon broke. Ship repairs in progress. Do not leave this turn. Alright, everyone down here should be safe-ish. Can you reach Mince? No. Alright, yeah, we good. Ooh, nice. Petrify. Okay. Okay, what is this archer's range? It's that. Alright. Okay, Vermilion, you're going to be the one to get this kill. You don't move, right, Wield? Yeah. Cholon is helping. Alright, I think I'm just going to summon Justice here and let that be a thing. Sure, Crinia can get this kill. Nice. Okay, right. You're a Dread Fighter. You have a Flame Sword. Let's see how you like some of this. I don't like that. What if I sent you up to deal with Helena? How much danger would that put you in? Not very much. Yeah, I can get behind that. There's no end to what lows you'll stoop to. You must be stopped. For the Crescent! Okay, I think I'm safe here. Yeah! You get that javelin crit, Talon. Rip that guy. Oh, that's not that much damage. Rip that guy too. Alright. We're going to start with a physic. So yeah, we get to pick a loadout for our ship. The Seahawk 2 will appear in a couple of future chapters, not all of them. Heck yeah. Also, the Seahawk 2 has access to the convoy. That's pretty cool. Okay, who's next? We can't quite get there. But Oriana could probably dance for the boat if we needed to. Alright, so how are we doing this? We are probably doing it like this. Thunderclap this poor fool. Sick. There, bounce Talon off this guy. Alright, let's go pick a fight with Blaine. I have weapon triangle advantage. It should be fine. But I'm going to use a pitchfork. Okay, how am I gonna do this? What do you have equipped? You have Shell. No, you have Leech. Poorly translated Nosferatu. Oh boy. Alright, maybe I should... Orin, can you help? Yeah, you can help. Alright. This is fine. Yeah, there's no way Blaine can reach that guy. Okay. Alright, let's get some action going up here-ish. Starting with Justice! Oh, Asiel can't even reach. You have a flame sword. That's 1 to 2 range, but doesn't matter for Vermilion. You don't even do any damage. Dang it. Dang it, Vermilion. What is this guy's defense? Oh, right. It's because he's a Dread Fighter. I'm smart. Okay, well, we have Astral Strike for that. It's not going to be effective. Okay. Alright, Rohisha, you're going to deal with this guy. And you're going to use a Steel Blade to do it. So much to say and no more time to say it. Yeah! Level up! Yeah! That's what I like to see. More strength. Flame Sword. That's going to Oriana. Eventually. Behold! Magic Chicken! Alright, what else? Sure. Let's let Cholan do some of this just to give Krinia her health back. That works. Boink. That was so close. Ugh. Oh wait, I need to send... No wait, no. Krinia already took out the archer. That's right. Alright, the barrier lance is mine. Hey! And it's still not enough for... Dang it, Marlowe. Well, here, have some of this anyway. Boom. Okay. Yeah, that works. Alright, now then. Oh! I can get up there. Okay. Ship repairs in progress. Right, supply. Oh yeah, I didn't... Are these even the same description? They are the same description. Okay, give me my Fungyang back. You get the Fungion. Bonk. Okay, what magic do you have? You have Flux. I should not worry too much about that, I don't think. Yeah. Uh-oh. Orin's under attack. Alright, well, he has a ballista, so he can defend himself. You escaped justice once before, monsters, but I swear on my bladed ends today. On guard! Dang it, Talon. Dang it, Talon! You are made of disappoint. Yeah, okay. That's about what I expected, but it doesn't matter because Ellery isn't wasting her last charge on a counterattack. Alright. Chukonu is pretty wild. I'm not sure it's very good on the ship, though. I think I'll go with a ballista and a cannon. Oh, we got friends. Take this! Wait, why can't this guy attack? Alright. Whirlwind! No, not yet! I must avenge you. I must. Heck yeah. Yeah, this works. Orin's kind of in trouble, though. Actually, this would be really stupid if it works, but no, it doesn't work. Okay. I don't like it. Alright, you know what? Well, that's not quite going to work either, now, is it? What is this guy's attack power? 20, defense 0. Yeah, that's a problem. Alright, I need to use my weakened staff, I think. That'll at least buy me some time to get his butt over there. Actually, this works right now. Like so. Okay, Vince is safe again. Now I can focus our efforts up here. Okay, there's a storehouse right up there. Can the ship reach? No, not this turn. That's okay. Donk. Actually, I could have had it to Physic. Francisca. Oops. Oh well. Sure. Sure, Swift Wings. That's actually not particularly effective. Alright, whatever. Cool. Another level. Hey, magic! That is what we need. Alright. Get chicken! Okay, but you can't attack in melee range, so it's fine. Yeah, we're fine. Vermilion is fine. No need to panic. Alright, let's rumble. As predicted, it's fine. 28? Oh, right, because I gave him a ley line. Here comes some more guys. Okay, right. I goofed up, but it's probably fine. Let's ballista this fool. Ship repairs in progress. What are you carrying? Yeah, you're carrying the booze. Here, hand axe. Whoops! Yeah, get down here to safety. Shadow flame this guy so they keep him away from the ship. Yeah. Hey, Marla can finally get a kill on his own. And end 1 point short of a level, sure, dude. Alright. Vermilion is pretty buffed up. Can he, no, he can't. He can do that though. I've given up too much. I can't falter the last stretch. Doink. Alright, how are we doing this? Yeah, I want strength, Oriana. Oh, whatever. Sure, this works. Hmm. Ooh, pitchfork, huh? Okay. Yeah. Everyone's going after Oriana. Yay. Ah! Even with this wound, I must live for Crinia. Okay, well, that was embarrassing. Okay, well, no dancer is gonna make this a lot harder, but oh dear. Ouch. Oh dear. Okay, yeah, we gotta redo that entire turn. That was bad. Okay, so don't put Oriana anywhere near curved land sky. Got it. Here, have some harm. Not yet. Hey, might as well short bow you, I guess. You don't have a rapier or anything, you just have an iron sword. Okay, let's see here. Okay, that's pretty ouch. How much danger will that put her in? Not a whole lot, actually. Let's send Vermilion down here. Oh wait, that puts him in danger from this guy. Okay, that's Lance Guy's range. Sure. Alright, what do I want Ellery to do now? This, I guess. All right. That's better. Alright, I might actually send Rohija out to deal with at least one of those guys. Although, sending her to Bob Calliane is also tempting. Yeah, 26. That's... Yeah, she'll double crit. It'll hurt, probably, but... Well, let's get her in position, I guess. Alright, let's see how much danger the ship is in here. A little bit. Here's Curved Lance Guy. Ooh, we hit twice. So you are a Freelancer, I guess. Okay, didn't want you to use Steel Blades on that, but I guess it's unavoidable. Like, her hit rate is 100%. It's definitely unavoidable. Ow. Can't believe I came out of retirement for this. Let's get this over with. Uh-oh. Actually, wait, are you gonna hit 4 times? Yes, you are. Bye, Marlo. Music from Breath of Fire 2, by the way. On the right side, now I don't need to worry about my liver. Alright. You landed safely. Go, go, go! To the ships now! We've only got a little bit of time to escape and we're not all dying here. So they got handled. That's our key to bail. I feel like this is getting good. Just staying here was already unneeded risk, and you... Yeah, I know we need to get moving. Bails. Alright, sure. I guess we can let Krinia get this kill. Bravo! I couldn't have asked for a better way to die. You have my highest regards. Heck yeah! Alright, Krinia is going to be very ouch very soon now, unless we can get this situation under control. Yo, Mike. What's up? I will hand axe you, I guess. Okay. Okay, Cholon might be in danger now. And of course we still have a couple of bosses left to take out too. If you want to be satisfied. Here. Astral Strike! Now you got Chicken fully buffed. I'm doing alright. Is this another one of those invite me to Discord things? Here, let's heal Chicken Buddy. And Mince is in like the worst possible position, but okay, I missed what that said. It's probably a rank up. Yeah, Mince hit B rank in bows. Cool. Okay, you were supposed to get a Canto Plus out of that. Oh wait, no, that was the limit of her movement. I miscounted. Oops. Okay, so Asiel clears the way for Rohesia. Actually, I guess I could have gone down this way. Oh well. That is very ouch. Oh, that's not even a kill. Jeez, Kalliane. Alright, we gotta get Krinia down here, assuming she doesn't die this turn. Alright. Okay, cool. Speed is good. Ooh. Okay, let's see how badly I screwed this up. Ouch. Ow. Okay, yeah, this is actually really bad for Cholan. Okay, Justice gets a kill. Where did you come from? Oh dear. Alright, well, Cholan just went down. So this is the extent this shell can handle. Oh well. Oop, don't use up all of your harm staff, Chalice. Yeah, she used it all up. Dang it, Chalice. Oh well. Oh dear, okay. 0 damage is fine. I've given up too much. I can't falter to last stretch. Oh dear. Okay, I didn't realize she had 1 to 3 range. Oh, right, yeah, okay. Puppy. Puppy. Okay. Chicken has been healed. Here. Yeah, that'll at least get you a kill, although it'll end with like 12 HP. Well, assuming she hits twice. If she doesn't hit twice, then we have problems. We have problems. Okay, what am I doing? Puppy. You don't even drop anything, Corkius. You're just worth a lot. Puppy. Goodbye, puppy. Alright, that's some good stats there. Who's left? Is it just Callie? It's just Callie. Take that. Actually, I guess this leyline will go pretty well. Yeah, that looks much better. There we go. Take that. My burdens are lifted. I'm sorry. Okay, no. We got Bujay! And possibly Light Spirit of one slew kings. Alright, everyone onto the ship. Bye. Whoop. Bye, Asiel. I'm supposed to be a hero. Yep, there goes Justice. Yeah, we gotta get out of here. Sweet. Okay. Trees are shaking. Green tide is coming. Are you serious? Now? There are barely even trees out here. Green tide can hit anywhere. I suggest we get a move on. Getting over to the repaired ship could take more time than you think. Yes, I was doing that already. Don't forget to tell me when the gods come back from the dead to personally smite us. Alright, that's everyone. Except for Marlo and Chowan, but they'll make it. That's a big thing. We got that larger and better ship that we promised to get way ahead of time. It certainly is some good luck, but it's not quite the same. What's the problem? There's not really any sense of achievement for just fixing up someone else's scraps. I'm going to figure out the workings behind every inch of the ship and make my own tougher, faster, and easier to manufacture. I appreciate the confidence. Anything the Ancients can do, we can do better. Exactly. You got everything you wanted from the workshop? And more, despite Tower's best efforts. I'm glad you and the captain pulled off that stunt. Tower's finally off my back. It was a dicey move, but I'm glad it paid off. So, all's well that ends well. Imagine you're staying on the shipwright for the immediate future, with the airship and all. Pay's good. Hopefully the occupational hazard is reduced. Now most of our pursuers are dead and we're in the air. Don't get your hopes up. I suppose I can stay around some more as I finish with the papers. Aw, just for me? Hey, it is good pay. I was slaughtering them! For all this pain I suffered, this power is what I deserve! Are you truly feeling alright? There are no signs of an outbreak of your flesh losing all control? When I took the flesh of my forebears, I understood. This was no curse. My brain could not comprehend my metamorphosis, so my body took over. But now that I know the template for what I should be, my body is my own. Metamorphosis? Template? I don't know about any of that, but at least you're well now. We can all simply go home and... Go home? Not with this blessing, Mother. Saltthorn, the sect, all those who threaten us, they will all learn to fear me. Crinia, please, you're not invincible. We can't even be sure if your transformation will stay stable. You worry too much. I feel fine. Better than I ever have before. Better than... tired. Crinia! She's fine. She just exhausted herself. I know I should hope she's cured, but I'm still scared. Is that how someone should respond to their new form? Why should it not be? To receive unnatural power after such a long illness. With some excitement, a viciousness is expected. I can only hope so. It was my intent that we find somewhere far away from all this danger, but now Crinia has tasted the most addictive kind of thrill, power. Parents should let their children on their own path when they're of age, but most parents don't have to worry about the sect or a cursed bloodline. But what did you want, Oriana? Where are your adventuring dreams? I spent so long looking for a cure for Crinia that I've almost forgotten. I suppose the thrill of adventure is still calls, but I'm not living just for myself. And there's your obvious answer. The Seahawks are standing strong. You'll be able to prepare Crinia for a future as a cold-blooded killer. Why would you phrase it in such a morbid way? I'm such a hypocrite for wanting the adventurer's life, yet not wanting my daughter to follow in my footsteps. You are. Thank you for affirming that. Where will you go, Tower? The sect can no longer be my place of retirement. I will stay. Besides, as much as I loathe to admit it, I owe the captain much. We certainly do. I'm glad we can stay as a family. What a wild few months it's been. I think earlier this year my greatest concern is if the princess will like my duck stew. It has felt like years since we left the mainland. I should start an autobiography. From a humble cook to the best adventurer on the Crescent. Still in progress. If I were to read an accurate account of our journey thus far, I would assume the author's egotistical embellishment. They'll just need more embellishments so that the basis seems more plausible. Yet, despite all we went through, our initial objective is no closer. We didn't find any artifacts that give us a chance to strike at the kingdom. Accounting for all our losses, I doubt we'd be much richer than when we started. We got out of all our limbs and we looted a working airship. Our adventure could have ended in a much worse way at any point. I suppose you're right. It's ended in the best way for such a foolish endeavor. A fantasy that my vengeance could be fulfilled by finding a convenient plot device. That's reserved for the hero in some old legend. Not for the likes of us crooks. Speak for yourself. I'm absolutely legendary hero material. Mince, I don't understand you. You aren't wanted by the kingdom. You could have left at any time. Why put up with all this? Do you know the story of how I was knighted? I've heard some rumors, but I'm not too sure. I had been a cook in the princess's household for quite a few years. She asked me personally if there was anything I desired for my service, and as you might imagine, I was very flattered, but also quite intimidated. I was paid well enough, so I simply gave the answer that her satisfaction was all I needed. I suppose it wouldn't be much of a story if you asked about knighthood directly. Don't be ridiculous. Why would a happy cook want to become a knight? A few days later, I was joking about becoming the world's strongest knight. You know how it is, a common brag. The princess was never too good at discerning humor. I had the same realization when I got my knighting ceremony the day after. That's how the princess was. She cared about us all, no matter how insignificant. I never needed to become a knight, but that was someone worth being the knight of. You're a far greater knight than any of the so-called highborn pretenders. Of course I am! They can't cook like I can. When the princess heard of your capture, her last order to me was to rescue you. And just like with his cooking, the mince never takes a half-hearted attitude. You think the princess cared so much even as it all came crumbling down. Mince, thank you for everything you've done. I don't deserve it. Don't think I'm having a miserable time. The thrill of new horizons is worth it. However, my goal is not the same as yours. The princess would simply wish for you to live well, not fight a battle long lost. That's what she would say, but my desire for revenge is not just for the princess. I cannot find peace until I drag everyone responsible down into the mud with me. Know that while I wish you well, I have no desire to return to the mainland. Surely you won't return so soon? My decisions were reckless. I do plan to stay on the Crescent for some time. A reckoning is in the distant future. You have the pleasure of my stew and my companionship. For a good while longer. Didn't think we'd eat here, Captain Ellery. You sure owe us one for this. The Seahawks are in your debt. I was not expecting any friendly faces. We haven't met, but I'm Nerissa, Orin's administrator as well as Orin's handler. I'd prefer a slightly different introduction, but it's true. The same as Oak Hall's Archsage, Nerissa? That's not been me for a long time. I'm surprised you would remember. I have a companion who spoke highly of your exploits. It's an honor to meet you. Pleasantries aside, we're interested in how you got into a conflict against 4 different factions simultaneously. I'm rather impressed by how many enemies you made in such a short span of time. It's a rather complicated affair. Yeah, on second thought, it isn't at all. Y'all simply tried to kill us, but we did a far better job. Please do inform us of the important details. One very long tale retelling later with some subtle changes to paint the Seahawks in the best light. Why did the Saltthorn want with the workshop that badly? Enough to neglect their duty and the safety of the Crescent. Who knows? Perhaps Maurice promised them some false hopes. He has a knack for sending hordes of disposable fools against us. If we see anyone of his description, we'll be aware. We'd like your assistance for another matter. If it is within our power, we are willing. The Green Tide is in full swing due to the loss of the Saltthorn. We need all the adventuring bands we can get to prevent their incursion. The Seahawks may not be willing to go into danger so soon after our last close call. Considering we've angered the sect to assist you and that the coast is at stake, sure you can afford some aid. I will try to convince the crew of it. Rind always gives a good price for the service of its adventurers. If there's one thing we have, it's gold. That would be a good motivating factor. The crew would agree for a good price. Before you leave, would you take a good price for your airship? Acquiring the airship was a crew effort. They would not take kindly to me making this decision on their behalf. The amount of airships left in the world can be counted on one hand. Can your crew defend such a prize from the Crescent's finest? I can't guarantee we could, but we have the courage to try. It's a shame. Orin, this is why you don't fire without asking first. The pirates and adventurers are a little concerned, but the sect, the Saltthorn? I don't think we have to worry about the Saltthorn anymore. They lost a good amount of elites and their commander. A starved camel is still larger than a horse. The Saltthorn remnants will create trouble. The majority of them lost to a single newly formed adventuring crew. How dangerous can it really be? We only need to worry about the sect. Once the tide clears, I mean you, are going to give them an apology. And gifts. Many gifts. And an excuse. Oh no, that's going to be an awful time. You brought this upon yourself. As rash as your actions were, we may get some good out of it. The Seahawks could prove to be valuable allies if they can survive that much, and we need reliable hands if we are to escape the Guild's tight grip on the Crescent. I told you I was a good judge of people. You didn't believe me. Even a broken clock is right twice per day. Didn't know I even had muscles that could ache in this way. Not a feat I can replicate. The carnage, the screams, the sound of flesh being melted from the bone. Is it right for this to feel so gratifying? Crindia can now use Shadow Flame 4 times per chapter. We are probably not going to use her again, though. What is the meaning of this? The Saltthorn reign of Enon is over. It's time for the carrion crows to rule Enon. Mother leaves town for just a few days and you dare to do this? You have some nerve. You don't know, little man? The Seahawk killed your mother and her lieutenants at Tusker's Pass. No, it can't be true. She's alive, I'm sure of it. She couldn't have died. Is the little boy going to go crying to his mother? It might be a tad difficult. Vile coward! You wouldn't have dared to move if she even glanced in your direction. Playtime is over. Don't worry, you can reunite with your mother soon. Don't touch him, scum. Colleen is dead. What could her brat offer you? Colleen was a worthy leader. I will not see her son harmed. And take your loyalty to the grave. Spare me! So is that arrogant woman right? She won't even get a proper burial. And now she won't be able to protect that son she so loved. This will be most enjoyable. Saltthorn, to me! Saltthorn! You think anyone will listen to you? You're brat, you're no commander. Who the hell are you? I don't give my name to filth. Ooh, we got a mechanical arm. A magical mechanical arm. Ugh! Fall back! Call the rest of the crows! You'll pay for this one-eyed bastard. Thank you. Are you one of Mother's old friends? Yes, my name is Maurice. It's been a while since I returned to Enon. Then is it true? Could Mother really have fallen? I'm sorry, it's true. The Seahawks got to her through deceit and treachery. This can't be happening. Did Uncle Wield survive the battle? I'm sorry. The Seahawks, you said? Please, tell me everything about them. I want to know. In time, but we must be off. The so-called crows will be back with more men. Why did he run out of the very town he was born in? Surely we can fight these traitors. There aren't enough loyal saltsworn to hold in, and we must retreat, but we will find an opportunity to settle our debts, especially with the Seahawks. You're right, Master Maurice. I will bide my time, but Mother will be avenged. End of Act 1. That'll be all for now. See you guys.